Good evening, friends, all of my learners. Welcome to our channel one more time. And here we are with another session of Python today. And today we are going to learn about passing array or list to a function. Okay, so let's start with our session today. And always remember, like, share, and subscribe if you're liking my sessions. And quickly just join to the live sessions every day this time. Okay, so now let's start with the session of today. So we will just quickly gonna recap of yesterday's topic. Just a little bit shortly, I am one line in 1-2 lines. I am giving you the recap of the previous session. Yesterday we have discussed different type of arguments, right? I hope you have all seen that session, and if you have not attended the session, just go to the playlist and check out. Okay. So yesterday we have seen different type of arguments. Okay. तो कल हमने देखा था कितना टाइप का आर्गुमेंट्स होता है और कैसे हम डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ आर्गुमेंट्स को यूज कर सकते हैं, राइट? एंड वी हैव सीन वन मोर थिंग, दैट इज वेरिएबल लेंथ आर्गुमेंट. So what is this variable length argument? That is our last topic of yesterday. So I have I have shown you a program with the Python example, that how can you implement this variable length argument into your program. Like while you are defining a function, just giving a asterisk sign, with the asterisk sign, you are writing a variable name, that is n. Okay. So when we are taking the number of arguments, that is not fixed. Actually, I can take variable length of arguments. That means I can take either 2 argument, either 3 argument, 4, 5, any length of argument. That is why it is called variable length of argument. Okay, variable length of argument. That means it is not fixed with 1, 2 or 3 arguments. Okay, you can take any number of arguments with only one function. Okay, now here just one point to note down. Whenever I am taking a variable length argument, I am taking a sequence of numbers or a sequence of arguments, maybe 2, 3, 4, means more than one, right? Definitely we are taking more than one argument. So it is coming inside a tuple actually. It is going into this n in a tuple format, right? And in a way of that, in the way of that sequence only, it has been manipulated, or we are manipulating that n. So here I am you can see, you have seen this example. For I in n, that means n is a list or a tuple, or n can be a sequence actually. Okay, it can be any sequence, it can be list or tuple. Okay, so you have already know what is list, what is tuple. Already we have discussed in the Python revision tool 1 and 2. Okay, so here we have seen this variable length argument can be passed into a function, or it can be taken into a function. When we are passing 3 values, that means we are taking 3 values as an argument. N is having 3 numbers in a sequence. When we are taking 5 numbers, when we are passing 5 numbers, n is having 5 number in a sequence. So this is a way of passing variable length argument, or passing a sequence of arguments. Okay, now the next thing is that today we are going to see passing arrays or lists to a function. Right. Now what is list? Let me tell you what is list. List means we can take a sequence of number like 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that. Okay, so I can take 1, 2, 4 like this. This is a list, isn't it? Now here a very big program has been given. No need to see this one right now. I will show you a smaller example so that you will get it easier to be understand. Okay, so just look at the point over here. In Python, we use list as array, right? In Python, we use a array as a list, or we use a list as an array. Okay, so we are having already a predefined data type called list, so we can use a list as an array. Now, what is this array? What is this term array? Okay, if you don't know C or C++ or Java or any other programming language, you may not know the term array. What is array? Now let me explain it a little bit. Array is a homogeneous, not heterogeneous. Okay, you know homogeneous. Homogeneous means same type of data could be placed in one um, together. We can say in one place. Same type of data or same kind of data could be placed in one place or can be placed together. That is a homogeneous collection of data, right? So a list can be homogeneous, a list can be heterogeneous as well. That means a list can have different type of data within it, but an array can have only the same type of data within it. So if it is a integer array, that means every element of the array should be the integer. Otherwise, we cannot call it a array. We should call it a list, but we cannot call it a array. Understood? So if I will write here 1, 1, then I am having 1, then 1.5, okay, then 2, then 4.7. So this is not a heterogeneous type of collection because 1.5 is my, 1 and 2 is the integer and 1.5 and 4.7 is the floating point. So it can be a list. This can be a list, but it cannot be an array. Okay, marking it with a red color. Let me mark it with a red color. This could be a list. Okay, this could be a list, but this couldn't be an array. But this could be a array. Okay, this could be array because 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 all are here. Well, we are having this list 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and we are having another list 1, 1.5, 2, and 4.7. So here one list is array, another list is not an array. I hope you have understood the difference between list and array. Student always confused with this, that list and array are same. Then why shouldn't we call this as an array? Because it is not homogeneous, students. Homogeneous collection of data only can be considered as an array. Okay. Now, see this one. To have an array in Python, we have to import a package or we have to import a module that is called numpy. Okay, numpy is a module. Okay, so numpy is a separate module in Python which will support with Python. We can use array in Python using this numpy. Okay, other than that, simply we can use a array with the list, normal list, nothing else. Okay. Now we will pass here a list to the function as we know that list is better than array. Okay, now we are passing here a list actually. Now see this program we will understood, and quickly I will show you in some example with the Python also. Okay, so see here, DEF LIST average list. Okay, now we are having a list over here that is passed inside this function. This is a list, LST. Okay, now we will see the function definition later on, or let's see it. What is done by this function definition? We are taking each of the element of the list and summing up over here, and then we are returning the sum over here. Okay, first we are calculating the length of the list, then we are sum by length. We actually we are doing the average here. Okay, so we are doing the list average over here. We are returning the average. This is the calculation of the average. Okay, now see here we are taking a as an input integer. Okay, this makes a little bit complex actually. Directly you can take a list. Okay, like an integer list you can take, or else here what is done here actually, here this input is taken in a string format, then it has been splitted and converted into integer array. Okay, this for loop is responsible for making the integer array that has been taken as an input. Okay, now while taking the input, you are taking 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a list pattern. Sorry, this is a string pattern we are having. We are splitting each and every character of the string with this split function. This is the inbuilt function of string split. Okay, a dot split. Now we are getting into a for loop, and we are storing this each and every element into a list called a. Okay, now when we are calling the function, it it is passing this a. Now a is become a list. Okay, now a is become a list. We are passing the list over here, and this a is become lst in this function. Okay, now understood the concept very well, students. Whenever you are passing something as an argument, a is the argument over here. Okay, but the parameter is given here lst. So inside the function we cannot use the variable a. We have to use the variable lst. As a parameter it has been defined lst. Now is another name will become lst inside the function. Now coming out from the function, again lst is erased and a will become a. Understood? Now suppose a is going somewhere, entering into some room where the name of a is changing to lst. Now the work has been done inside that room, that is the function itself, the block of the function. Now whenever a is coming outside of the loop, or from that block, the name again become the same. Understood? This is the concept of function. Okay, this is the function of passing, this is the concept of passing one variable or passing one list inside the function. Okay, I hope this is clear. This is clear to you. Now quickly we will move to the Python interpreter, so that we could see that how a list could be passed. Okay, okay, this example I am showing you at the beginning. First we will see that how to pass a list actually. So let's see. If function, okay, lst. Now I am taking the same name so that you could understand. Okay, for I in lst, just printing. Okay, here I am writing show. Okay, show. Okay, just writing it so that it could give a little bit the, like we are writing here in the format so that it will comes in a format. Okay, the past argument is, okay, now done. Now I will just this is just a printing work, it is doing a printing job. Okay, it is just showing the whole list that I am passing into it, passing into the function. Okay, now let's see how to write this. ARR equals, taking a list over here, very simple actually. Okay, just randomly I've taken some number. Okay, now show, oh, again it will generate a error if I will give a another name or just caps and non-caps thing. Okay, so I hope you can see the code properly. Okay, little bit, let me zoom it. So see, just I have written def show lst print past argument list is for I in lst, print I end. End comma has been given so that it will comes one after another, otherwise it will comes in next line, or each of the numbers will come into a new line. Okay, or no commas will be there. So let's run the code. Just see over here what is given by the output. 7, 8, 9, 4 and 5. Okay, and it is ending with a comma actually because this comma is here. Okay, so if I remove this comma, then you can see just simple space is coming. Okay, so 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, this is a list and this is printing over here. I hope you have understood the code properly, isn't it? I hope all of you have understood the code clearly. Is that clear? This is how we are doing the passing a list. See, ARR is a list and here passing list to the function. Okay, passing list to the function. And what is the name of the list? ARR, or this is the array. We can say it is a array as well. Okay, now another type is that we can do it like this. Some function here already written. Here. So def some function my list args. Okay, this is a pointer I have taken over here. So this is actually used in C or like C++, or whenever we are doing some procedure oriented programming like class and function. But we are not doing here any class object concept, we are just simply running some functions. Okay, so this is another way to passing the list. Let me show you the same thing we will going to do over here. Okay, just calling this function. and running the function. Okay, okay, sorry. I have to give it in the list format. Okay, I have to give it in the list format so that it will work proper way. Okay, and the number is 1 2 3 4 5. So let me give here 5. Okay, and run. And you can see each of the thing are coming one by one in one line. Okay, now let me write the same thing in a space. Within that you can give a comma or you can let it be like this in the thing, so that this end is written here, so that the elements of the list will come one after another, not in the same separate line, means not in a new line like 4 in one line, 7 in one line, 6 in one line, not like that. I want it in same line like 4 7 6 5 9 like that. So I can write like this and run the code. You can see the code is running properly. Okay, now this is another way to passing a list into a function. So today we have learned in this session two ways to passing a list or an array into a function. I hope you have understood this and the concept is clear to you. And if you are having any doubt, any question with the thing or whatever I have explained you, just comment me below and I will try to give you the answer, and also attend the live sessions. Being in the live sessions, you could comment me and I can answer your questions. Okay, so let's end up the session over here for today, and we will meet in the next session with another new topic, that is local and global variable. A very very important topic. Most questions are come from there. One or two questions definitely you will got from this topic, that local and global. So must attend this session when I will live discuss this one with the Python examples. Okay, so let's end up this here and we will meet in the next session, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.